Hello, everybody. It is October the 14th, 2021, 6:28 in the morning. I am not going to do a psalm today. I just heard while I was getting ready upstairs that Rob Skiba had passed away. Some of you might know who he is, some of you might not, or whoever actually watches this. Some of you, just because of the title of this video, would know who he is, just so you can come in here and talk some crap about him. And people are going to be like that. But if you don't know who it is, Rob Skiba was the reason that I am saved right now. He is the reason that I started questioning my reality. Started I started questioning everything. Um, Back in 4 or 5 years ago, so what, 2016, 2015, somewhere around there. Uh, I started. I was given a desk job, pretty much a desk job overnight. I know I've said this, I think, in my testimony. That was so long ago. But I was pretty much given a desk job. I was on an overnight shift where it was pretty much just me in the building doing, wrap up work for the day shift. And so I could pretty much get away with anything I wanted to. And I got to watch YouTube videos. That was about the time that, YouTube was getting pretty handy to have. It was right before all the censorship really started. And I had started watching, Minecraft videos, things like that. And I don't know how I got turned on to the conspiracy theory stuff. Possibly, I don't, probably a 9/11 video or something. And back then, if you watched one video that took you down one rabbit hole, YouTube would start suggesting five more rabbit holes. And you could pull yourself deeper and deeper and deeper into YouTube back then. And you could get some pretty good information. You could get some pretty good videos. So, of course, all the flat earth stuff was suggested several times. And of course, I never touched it because I just thought it was completely absurd. I mean, you can believe that buildings can magically fall on their own, that people can somehow magically land on the moon, and you can believe all this crap, but there's points where it's just like that might be one hole too deep that I don't want to touch. And eventually, I looked into it, and of course, it piqued my interest. But it wasn't until I uh, I found Rob Skiba, and he wasn't just talking about the shape of the Earth. He wasn't talking about you know what you can and can't see over the horizon, all this other stuff. He was talking about the deception that comes with it. He was talking about things I had never even remotely heard of, things I had thought about, which is interesting, but it wasn't things that I had ever really heard of. I had never understood what the Nephilim were. I never understood that there were giants in the world. I was never one to be able to put the pieces together where all the prophecy fit into it, all that stuff. Um, and at first I didn't understand it. At first I didn't understand it. There were several of his videos, I will admit, where I would listen to half of it, and then the other half I would kind of tune out because I didn't really understand what it was he was talking about, why he was saying, you know, why he was so worried about giants and bloodlines, and all this other kind of stuff. I said, I'm not there yet. I'm not being turned on by that. That's not my thing. But I kept coming around. I kept coming around, and this was still, this was still before I truly accepted Christ into my heart. Um, but it kept hitting on me. It kept hitting on me and hitting on me and hitting on me. And slowly but surely, that wall started breaking down. And there was a point where I had seen through so much deception because a lot of it Rob had showed me. I was reading the books he was telling us to read, seeing in the seeing in the patterns. I can remember one, or seeing in the Bible, I should say. I remember one day that I came back from work after listening to one of his videos, because I used to listen to YouTube in the car. But I remember getting home and immediately going up, grabbing the Bible that I had had for years, that a friend of mine had given me. Um, and I remember going to Genesis 6 and reading it for myself and understanding for myself that there's something going on there. And I remember going to several other passages that he had pointed out where I said, "This is a thing. There's something going on here. This is legit. This isn't just some guy randomly talking out of his ass on the internet. This is real stuff." And once I started reading it for myself, once I started buying the books, the Book of Enoch and Jasher and Jubilees and all these other things, once I started really getting into it, it started cracking my brain in half. It's like you've been lied to your entire life, and then suddenly it's like the doors open and you can see it. You can see that everything is just a lie. And it cracked me in half, and it was that moment right then and there that I fell down on my knees and I prayed for salvation. I said, "Christ, please help me. God, please save me." And that was that. And it was Skiba was a big part of that. I I was just thinking about him the other day too, which is weird. I mean, I don't even know the guy. I mean, it's not like he and I are on talking terms or anything. But I always wanted to meet him. I always wanted to thank him. I always wanted him to know that, you know, had he not opened my eyes, had he not done for me what I've been trying to do for other people for the past 3 years, 2 years, however long I've been trying to do these videos. Had he not done it for me, I would not have been able to. I would not have been able to experience forgiveness. I wouldn't be able to have the relationship that I have with my granddaughter. I wouldn't be here in this house, in our new house, because everything that has stemmed from my life stemmed from that moment. And I've had my ups and downs, and it's never been perfect, but everything in my life has stemmed from that moment where I fell down on my hands and knees and I asked God for forgiveness. I asked Him to come and change me. And Rob Skiba was the guy that helped me do that. He was the guy that set me on that path. And I don't care what you want to believe in. I don't care what shape you think the earth is at this point. I don't care if you believe in giants or not. I don't care if you believe in Nephilim. I don't care if you believe in anything else. I definitely don't care if you're just here just to put the man down. He helped me. He helped me find a better life. That's what we're meant to do. We're here to help people. We're here to help people find better ways. No matter what your opinion of it is. The man saved me. One of one of only a handful of men in my life that I can turn to and say, that man has helped me through this life. That man has helped me through this life in ways I will never understand. And I praise God. I thank God every day for changing this poor, wretched, pathetic human being to something better than he was. I thank God for opening my eyes, for leading me to Rob Skiba, for leading me there, for letting me understand the truth. I just wanted to say that. Not something that I could easily say in a Twitter post or Facebook post. I pray for his wife, pray for his family. I don't know what happened or how it happened. I know he was in the hospital. There's already I've already seen so many people that have already said, you know, there's another one that didn't want to believe that's dead. because of the virus. And I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know why he went into the hospital. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Somebody said he's been on a ventilator, but all it takes is one email from the CDC to change the way that we handle certain respiratory respiratory problems. That's all it takes. One day you're handling it by giving people oxygen to help them survive. You know, giving them certain medicines, and all it takes is that one email to say, "No, we're going to change it. We're doing this completely different." Maybe that's what happened. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate. I'm not going to say he was murdered. I'm not going to say that it was anything more than what it was. Um, I just want to say thank you, Rob. All I ever wanted to do was shake your hand, give you a hug, say thank you. You've you've helped me have a life. You've helped me have a life. Helped me you've helped me find forgiveness. You've helped me find salvation. That's all I ever wanted to say. I I've already got my I've already got my crying out, so good. I know it's not somebody that I've ever met, but when somebody has such an impact on your life like that, whether you've ever met them or not, you feel it. You really do. But anyways, yeah, rest in peace, Rob Skiba. For everybody else, God bless you. This this is some. It's a truly evil world we live in. Just absolutely drowning us in lies and deception. And it's hard enough trying to find any truth whatsoever. And when you do find it, you need to share that with others. Show others. Try to snap them awake. I learned that awake was the appropriate word because people are asleep in their sins. The Bible actually says that. So awake is the appropriate word. So I'm gonna get ready for work now. I think I said my piece. There's so much more I could say. but YouTube would probably censor the hell out of it, and you'd never hear it. And I'm not gonna make separate videos between YouTube and BitChute. At least not yet. I was thinking about that too. With Rob passing away, what is YouTube's policy on who owns those videos? I know this is where it gets back into a little bit of a conspiratorial issue, but makes me wonder who owns those videos now. Now that he's not there to now that he's not there to argue them pulling it down, could they just tear his channel down? Oh, I don't know if he ever backed it up anywhere. I don't know if anyone else has ever backed it up anywhere. That's a lot of videos, and that's a lot of videos. I might get on there and see if I can rip some of those old ones down, especially some of those conferences that he did. Um, the Amsterdam conference was a really good one. The one in Texas was a good one. I don't know how many times I watched those. I probably watched each of those like 3 or 4 times. I don't know. Scary thoughts. Um, y'all take care. God bless. Um, I shall. I shall talk at you all later. Take care.